Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof.
Yeah, I already know what it is. It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919. I'm excited about today's show because we got a dope up-and-coming model in the building. Not only is she a model, she's a video girl. She's representing Dayton, Ohio. She goes by the name of Tatted Barbie. So without any further ado, let's welcome her to the stage. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
Feeling all right. I'm excited about today's show. You're definitely doing your thing. You're representing Dayton. For the people that may not be familiar, let's let them know a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 27-year-old young female from Dayton, Ohio. I do modeling on the side. I just started about 2 months ago, and I'm just living my modeling career, living my modeling dream. Nothing major.
All right. And that's the thing. So let's take it back to the beginning. You're from Dayton, Ohio. What was that like growing up, and what were some of your early influences?
Growing up in Dayton was okay. My influences was when I watched America's Next Top Model when I was younger. So just being young and just seeing all the beautiful girls trying out to be models and stuff like that, that's where my inspiration originally came from. I just knew that one day, like, I want to be like one of the girls, that just walked in front of the camera, talked in front of the camera, posed, just from, the whole 9 yards. So that's where I got my inspiration originally.
Okay. So let me ask, growing up, did you have the confidence? Did you already know, like, yo, one day I'm going to be a model, or did that take time to develop?
No, I absolutely did not have the confidence when I was younger. I more so like had low self-esteem when I was younger.
Okay.
I really didn't feel the prettiest when I was younger. It was just something that I had to grow into as I got older. But as I got older, I said to myself, like, I'm growing more into my looks, how I thought I always should have looked.
Right.
And so that's what encouraged me to step out more and to be coming into the modeling world. But no, when I was little, I just did not have the confidence at all.
Okay. So let's go back right there. As you said, back then you didn't have the confidence. What was your plan? Where did you see yourself being grown at that age? Like, where did you see yourself being?
As any young person, I always said that I was going to be, a doctor or a lawyer, just, a kid, being a kid, just making up, scenarios of what I wanted to do, not really knowing. Modeling was probably like never in my number one or probably top 5 things to do. I always knew that I wanted to take care of people, which is what I do now. I work at a nursing home. I take care of the elderly. But nursing was never, I mean, not nursing, modeling was never in my top, top thing to do until I got older.
Okay.
So as I got older over time and started, growing into my look, I keep saying my look because I always knew the kind of look that I wanted, the kind of look that I thought, I should have. It encouraged me to step out a little bit, and just be fierce and fabulous and stuff like that. So it definitely took time, but now like modeling is definitely in my, you know, in my mind, in my passion, my future.
Okay. So you're helping the elderly people. You're working in nursing.
Yeah.
How did you get into the modeling? Like, what was the first shoot like, and how did you make that transition from nurse to now I'm gonna pursue my modeling?
Well, it's funny how it happened. I was actually scrolling on Facebook one day, and a girl that I'm friends with, she had did a shoot with two of the photographers who actually gave me my first start. First off, shout out to Star Allure and her fiance Hector. Hector, you can go follow them on Instagram. Two of the dopest people you'll ever meet. But anyways, I stumbled upon a picture, a shoot that they had did, and I reached out to her and I said, if you're ever looking for models or anything else, I would like to try it. And she gave me a chance, and ever since then, I've just been taking off with the modeling. My first shoot I did with them, I want to say it was 420. That was my very first photo shoot that I did with them, and I was so nervous. I was shaking so bad. But after I seen myself and seen what I could do, I knew that I could just do anything. And so that was my very, very first start to my whole modeling career was them giving me a chance.
Okay, so you show up to the first shoot. You hit them up on Facebook. You show up. What's going through your mind, and what was that experience like? This your first time modeling. You're in front of the cameras. Was it what you thought it would be, or was it a lot different?
It was definitely a lot different. Going into this modeling world, a lot of people think that it's just standing in front of the camera and looking pretty. It's a lot more than that. You have to know how to pose. You have to know how to take constructive criticism. You have to know how to, listen to the coaches when they're coaching you, on how to do this and how to do this. It's more than just standing there. If you're not fierce with it, if you don't have the confidence to maintain that camera look, that angle, it's never going to work. And so, when I did my first photo shoot with them, I was listening to my life coaches on the side, to pose like this or like this so I can get the perfect picture. So, any woman out there who's considering modeling or for, upcoming models like me, definitely, definitely, definitely always listen. I think that is the number one thing when it comes to modeling is the key word is to listen. Because without listening to, your head coaches and experienced people, you won't make it. It's more than just looking beautiful. It's all about, the physique, and if you got it.
Right, and that's true right there. And like you said, taking advice, listening to the coaches that already did it. So long term, like what type of modeling are you trying to get into? Is it going to be print? Is it going to be like runway, fashion shows? Like what all do you want to
I'm trying to
tackle?
do it. I'm trying to do it all. Honestly, I really don't have a type of modeling. My modeling is just me being free spirited, me being out there. From doing, walkways to doing, photo shoots. I would even do, Playboy if it presented itself. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have a type of modeling that I wouldn't do, you know, because this is something that I've always, wanted to do since, like I said, I was a little girl looking at the women on TV. So,
Right.
I really just don't have a type of modeling. I would do any type of modeling.
Okay, so let me ask, when you're getting prepared to shoot, right? You're on the set,
Hmm.
you came up with the theme. What's going through your head? How do you relax and how do you turn your switch on when it's time, action time? When they're saying, yo, you ready? Snap. How do you turn your switch on? What's going through your mind before that?
For me, it's more so just pretend like you're the only one there. Just pretend like no one else is watching, because when you think about people having their eyes on you, that could become very, very nerve wracking, especially if you're a person that's not really good with a lot of people watching you.
Right.
So I always just pretend like I'm just the only person in the room and there's just a camera just snapping me. Um, and it just calms me down and it just gets me through the shoots. It's like nobody's in the room, but I'm hearing voices. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? To do this and do that. So just pretending like I'm the only one in the room really gets me prepared. It gets me motivated.
Okay. All right. So after the first shoot, you see the final
Mhm.
prints. What was your reaction? What's going through your mind?
Like, damn, girl, you look good. That's my first reaction when I seen my photos. It's like, like this is really me. Like this picture, it's me. It's beautiful. Like it represents me as a person, everything that I stand for, and that's just a beautiful girl, with big dreams. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I never expected my pictures to turn out the way that they do, but I had confidence that when I had the confidence that it will do good, it'll turn out good.
Turn out
And
better.
so, and so I was very satisfied with my first photo, but I also knew that, this is my first time shooting and having a photo shoot. So it just, for every photo shoot that I do, it inspires me to do the next one better. And then the next one after that better. And then just so on and so forth.
Right. I definitely understand that. So what was the reaction once it goes public, once people seeing it on social media? What was the response from your friends and your family and loved ones?
They loved it. You know what I'm saying? Them just seeing me in that light. I think some were kind of surprised because I used to be like a real shy girl. Not too much trying to be seen. But I think overall they loved it and they loved this different side of me because I don't think a lot of them expected
Right.
me to take this route, just get in front of the camera and, shine like I've been doing. But, they're very proud of me, especially my dad. My dad is like my number one supporter. He supports everything that I do. So they're definitely like really supportive of me and my modeling career.
Okay. All right. So that's the thing. You have the family supporting, your friends are supporting. Let's talk about the transition because I hear you say you were shy when you were young. A lot of people deal with being shy. They don't have the confidence. What helped you and how did you come out of your shell?
Um, when I was younger, I was more like so on the nerd side. So, as I got older, I just started looking at, the fashion and what the kids were wearing those days and how they were doing their hair and stuff. And I said, okay, like I'm growing up, to become a young lady. I want to start dressing better. I don't want to be, a nerd all my life. If I want to look better, I have to, dress myself better,
Right.
and that's where my confidence started to go sky high. And then, I added all the tattoos to my body to make my body pop even more. So
Right.
they say. So once when I started, keeping up with myself, maintaining myself, and keeping my body fit, my confidence just it went from here to up there.
All right. Okay. So I heard you say you working out, you added the tattoos to make your body pop. So here's the
Hmm.
thing, right? With social media, with all the different platforms, there's a lot of pressure to look a
Yeah.
certain way. What's going through your head as a woman, and how hard is it to maintain with all the expectations, with all the people expect you to look like this? So they, this is beautiful today, tomorrow something else. How
Mhm.
much pressure is that for a model in today's industry?
I would say it's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? I think it really doesn't even have to do with just being a model. Just being a woman in general. It's very hard for to go on social media and see all these women with these surgeries and stuff like that. I think, am I supposed to look like that? Um, and I think as far as me being a model, um, it's very important for me to keep myself up, and it's very hard because sometimes I might want a cake And then other days, I want to eat a salad. And then other days I want to, you know, uh, go to the gym and run on the treadmill. Then other days I want to eat hot Cheetos in my bed, and I'm thinking to myself, if I do that, I'll gain some pounds and stuff. But you know, just my advice to women, models, mothers, just women in general, it's not meant for us to always look perfect. But for those of us who want um, to just keep striving in the right direction, I know that I will probably never let myself go. But for the women who are feeling depressed and, stuff like that and think that they're supposed to have this image of what they're supposed to look like, just love yourself, you know. And if you love yourself and you really, really, truly want to take care of yourself, then, take care of yourself. But it's very, very hard, with the industry and how we're supposed to look and what men want it to look like. And, it's definitely hard.
Right. Okay. So let me ask, how do you balance the two? Being a nurse and a model. It takes a lot of time at work being a nurse. It takes a lot of
Mhm.
practice and a lot of time being a model. How do you balance the two and keep it all together?
I balance the two pretty well. Sometimes, I'll get off of work, and if I have a shoot later on that day, I'll go home, relax my body, and just pop up and get ready to go to the shoot. I have a lot of energy, so it's really nothing to maintain the two. Um, I guess I'm just a really energized person, so nothing can really keep me down. It's just very easy. I'm just very simple for me, I guess.
Okay. And then so it just comes natural and there's nothing
Yeah, it
wrong
just
with it.
comes natural.
O-
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask, right? Now you're in the
Mhm.
industry. You're
Yeah.
doing your modeling, right? Walk me through what happened next. You do the first one, you're out there, people are saying, yo, we're proud of you. What happens next?
After I do my first one, another photographer, and he's a really dope photographer. Shout out to Ryan Luke, at PBL Photography. You can look him up on Instagram. He's super amazing. He reached out to me wanting to do a photo shoot, and that photo shoot that he did of me was literally probably one of the best that I've ever done.
Wow.
And after he did my photo shoot, I had another photographer, which is he's really dope too. Shout out to Jerron at I am Jerron on Instagram. He did another photo shoot for me with the radio, with the boombox. I don't know if people have seen that one with the split on the TV, but that was
Right.
another one of my. Both of those photographers are amazing, and so I've worked with them, and I think those were the main two, that really got my pictures up there. Like they really did their thing with my photo shoots,
Right.
and I loved it.
Right. And that's the thing. A lot of people have a misconception. They think I'm going to take some pictures, I'm going to blow up,
Hmm.
I'm going to be famous tomorrow. We
Hmm.
know it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hard dedication and behind the scenes promotion and things like that. So what has your
Hmm.
experience been like? Let's talk about some of the best moments, and then let's talk about some of the times where it may not have been your best moments.
Hmm. Like you said, people think that they're gonna blow up tomorrow. This definitely takes time. Um, when I first started my modeling in April, like I said, I started off with Star, and then went to Ryan, and then I went to Jerron. And even though my pictures were being recognized and they were getting out there, it's the famous and not being recognized is still it's gonna take its time when it wants to.
Right.
And so recently, a modeling company reached out to me and they want me to go down and model for them in Atlanta next month. So that's what all this was leading from April to July to where we are, up until now.
Right.
That's the moment I've been waiting on. So it definitely takes time. People think that they're just going to blow up overnight. You're not. And unless a miracle happens, it's not going to happen that way. You definitely have to work and you have to build yourself up to get to a point to where you're trying to go. So it definitely takes time.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Atlanta. How excited are you about going to Atlanta? You're going to a different place. What's going through your head when you get that call?
I'm very excited. When I first got the call, I was actually at work, actually, and it threw me off guard when they called me and said that my picture was chosen from millions that come in daily, um, to come try out for them. And I'm thinking to myself, is this a prank? Is I was really nervous, real, had a gut giddy feeling, in my stomach, like, wow, this is really happening. Like, this is what I've been doing all these pictures for this opportunity right here.
Right.
I'm very excited about going to Atlanta. This is a major break for me, for my family. Just to show not only them, but to show the world, what Tatted Barbie is about. Like, this is
Right.
my break, and I'm gonna go down in there and I'm gonna kill it.
Right. And that's the thing. So, all right, is it a you said you're gonna try out for them. So, how
Yeah.
many girls will you be competing against?
Um, I honestly don't know. I just know that I was invited.
Right.
What I do know is that it's a yes or no thing on the spot. So, basically it's like I'm trying out for the major modeling world, so they can either tell me yes, I passed through and they want to continue working with me, or they can just tell me no, and this is what I still need to work on, and you can try it again when we think that you're ready. So
Okay.
it's basically like a tryout.
Okay. And that's the thing. So, will it be based on like your facial expressions? Will it be based on your poses? Will it be based
All
on
of the
like,
above.
okay. So, being a model, you have to be ready at all times,
Yeah.
right? So, if somebody said, give me a serious face shot right now,
Mhm.
what would you do? Let's hit it. The serious face.
My favorite shot would be the look away, distract pose.
Right.
So basically, what that is,
Okay.
pretend like you're just looking at something and looking down. I think that's like one of my favorite assets to my pictures is the looking away
Right.
distraction face. But
Okay.
you have to be very, you know, uh, petite with it. You just have that confidence to rock it.
Right. And that's the thing right there. So if it had come down to poses, what's your go-to pose? Like if you had to pull one out your hat, what's your go-to pose?
My favorite pose would be my split signature. um, because I used to do gymnastics back in the day. So, anytime I'm in front of the camera, I just want to do a split on the floor and
Right.
make it out of something. I don't care what type of photo shoot, what the image is. You know what I'm saying? It could be a birthday, photo shoot, and I'm somewhere trying to split on the cake. Um, but yeah, that's my to go to signature
Right.
is my split pose.
Okay. And that's dope right there. So having a gymnastic background, like what was that like, yo, at the time? Like doing the gymnastics, was you cheering or was you just in gym or gymnastics
Just
or
just the gymnastics, yeah. My mom signed me up for gymnastics when I was younger, just to get me out the house, get me into something.
right.
Um, I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I only did it for maybe about 2 years before I stopped.
Okay.
But I learned the basics of what I needed to know to now that I'm 27 and I can still do them.
Right.
So I guess it's good for something.
Right. And that's the thing. So it gives you an edge that most people don't have, having that background, like you said, having the signature splits and stuff like that. How did you first get into tattoos? And are you looking into getting into like ink magazines and stuff like that? Because it's like a niche for tattoo models. So it's like, is that something in your plans in the future? And like, what was that journey like getting the tats and what made you go that direction?
What made me get into tattoos was, I want to say when I was 20, I want to say I was 20 years old. Matter of fact, I just turned 20. It was my 20th birthday. One of my sisters, she said, I'm getting ready to take you to get your first tattoo. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay. So she took me to a shop and I got my first tattoo, which is this one here.
Okay.
And then, they say once when you start something, it becomes an addiction.
Right.
So once when I seen how pretty this one looked on my skin, I said, I just have to keep getting more, and I have to get more, and I have to get more, and I have to get more. So I continue to just get more throughout the process, and I think my tattoos uh, make my body give it that pop even more. From my skin color to my tattoos, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much how I got into tattoos. Was once when you get the first one, it's kind of like you got to go back again and again and again and again. As far as the magazine, I would love to be in a, tatted magazine, considering the fact that I am Tatted Barbie, and, I love tattoos. Um, so I'm speaking into existence that one day my face is, planted, in a tattoo magazine.
Wow, and that's dope right there. So let's talk
Mhm.
about the origin of your name. Like, where did the name Tatted Barbie come from?
Well, tatted came from me because I'm, you know, tatted up everywhere. Barbie came from when I dress up and I get my hair and stuff done. I look like a little Barbie. So when I put two together, tatted Barbie, I thought it went really well because that just definitely represents me. So I'm 4'11" also, so I'm like a little Barbie doll. So tatted Barbie comes from you know tatted and then Barbie image. So yeah, that's where the
Okay.
name came from.
All right, dope right there. So you say you're 4'11".
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about building the brand. Like, what was that process like building your brand to get to where you are now? Was it an easy, smooth transition, or was it some hard times, low times? Like, what was that experience like for you building the brand?
Honestly, building the brand was pretty much easy. My photographer Star, she's helped me through a lot of the process. She helped me, gain some fan bases on Instagram and showed me how to network with different people. She taught me how to reach out to people so they can make me flyers and stuff like that. So pretty much my experience was real easy. And she's got a lot of connects too. So just by her, reaching out to the people she knows and then them reaching out to me, was really dope of her to do. She's been like a really great person to be alongside with through this whole journey. Like she's made it so easy for me. I couldn't have asked for a better person to be by my side through the whole thing. So it's been really easy.
Okay, and that's dope right there, having somebody to help guide you through. Because a lot of times people can fall in pitfalls, and there's a lot of dangers when it comes to models, when it comes to going to shoots, meeting with photographers, different things like that. Like, what's some advice you would give to upcoming women to protect themselves? Because a lot of times everybody doesn't have the best interest in mind. Some people say, I can do this, I can do that, and they have ulterior motives. So, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to the women out there watching?
My advice to the women, if you ever feel uneasy, make sure you take someone with you to the photo shoots. Like you said, you never know what a person is capable of behind, a face, smile, or anything like that. If you don't feel comfortable going to a shoot, by yourself and dealing with, the photographer, just make sure, you bring a friend, family member, or just decline. My first thing that I would tell a woman is to decline. You don't have to take every offer thrown at you. Even though I know a lot of women are probably like, oh, I want to get my face out there. I want to be seen by this person, this person. It's okay to decline offers, especially if you're feeling uneasy within yourself about somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's okay because I've turned down offers because some of them just didn't look. I said no, I'm okay. It's okay to turn down an offer. You don't have to be seen by you know everybody. Don't be too quick to jump into someone's booth just to get your face out there. Because at the end of the day, yes, this is our modeling career. Yes, we want to be recognized. Yes, we want to be seen. But at the same time, we want to be safe. We have families who love us. Some of us have kids. I don't have kids, but some of the models have kids to go home to. So always think about just being safe before you take a yes response to everybody.
Right. And that's the thing right there. And how important is your integrity and your character in your career? A lot of times people will take shortcuts. Somebody promises, I can get you ahead, I can make you a star, but you have to. How important is keeping your dignity, your character intact?
That's major importance. Because a lot of women in the industry want to, do other things, take shortcuts to the top, and and those type of women you either see are not high at the top anymore, and it's just very important to just have self respect for yourself when you're going trying to do things, because don't be afraid to get turned down because you won't do something. Because there's other opportunities where you'll have other producers and other photographers and other makeup artists or whoever who will give you an opportunity just because of you being you and not because of what you have to do.
Right.
So ladies, our respect is everything. Make sure that that we're the women, we're the women with the power, what I'm saying, like, just know what you're doing it for. Self-respect is everything, and if you choose to skip your way to the top, just be careful about it. Just be careful and safe about it. But yes, having self-respect in this industry is very important,
Right.
and I wouldn't take any shortcuts just to say I want to be able to be known because I made myself known the right way, not because of what I did or what I can do.
Right. And that's the thing right there, where it seems like people taking the shortcuts. It seems like you said they may get there fast and overnight, but they don't stay. The key to the longevity is the character. The key to the longevity is consistency, and the way that you treat people and how do you handle yourself and the respect that people have for you. So that's very important. So what were some of the best shoots that you had so far? If you had to pick two that stood out the most, what's two shoots that stand out to you?
Um, I would have to say Ryan and Jerron's photo shoots. Ryan's shoot would be the one where I have like the silk, um, like the like a silk curtain, and I have all my tattoos showing and stuff like that when my hair is curly. And Jerron's shoot would have to be the one where I had the radio and the boombox. Those two will always be um, a top uh, number for me because they killed the shoot. They made me look amazing. They made me feel comfortable. They were just amazing to work with. And actually, Ryan's picture, the one that I submitted to the modeling agency, and they seen that and said, "Whoa! Like that picture was so dope of you. Like we have to have you come and try out." So shout out to those two men
Wow.
for just making me look amazing in my shoes. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, that's dope right there. So that's the thing. Are you looking to get published in magazines as well? So would you be doing shoots, submitting pictures to different magazine companies and stuff like that? What's your plans going into the future?
Yes. So my big break is to take this step to Atlanta first
Right.
and, pass. I'm not going to say luckily pass because if I say luckily, that's kind of doubting myself and I don't want to doubt myself. So I'm going to say I'm going to go and I'm going to pass and I'm going to move on from there. I'm going to, reach out to other brands to get my name and stuff and get my pictures and magazines. And like, this is not the end for anything. This is just only the beginning for me.
Just the beginning. And that's the thing.
Mhm.
So are you looking forward to being like a brand ambassador for companies, if boutiques and people that clothing company designers, they're looking for
Yes,
models? Is that something that you're interested in?
yes. I want to do it all. I want to, be a model for clothing companies, magazines, runway, 'cause I've always wanted to do a runway. Pretty much everything, live life to the fullest. I
Right.
want to take this modeling career as far as, it can take me.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there. So when it comes to walking, right, do you prefer the flats, you prefer the platforms, or you prefer hills? When it comes to your shoe, it's time to walk the walk. What's your shoe of choice?
I would prefer flats because wearing heels is just, man, I probably have at least 5 minutes before I start stumbling around like a pigeon. Um, but I know that in the modeling world, they prefer heels.
Right.
So hopefully over time, I'll learn how to walk better in heels. But if I would have to say now, it definitely would be flats.
Definitely flats.
My feet are only made for flats. You know, that's all it knows is flats.
Right.
Heels, well, I'll work on that, I guess, in my future
Right.
time. But yeah, flats is that's it
flats.
for me.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So we're talking about the modeling. Not only are you a model, you're a video girl. We got a
Yes.
video I want to play right quick. I'm gonna let you introduce the video, then we'll talk about that and your video experiences after that. So I'll let you introduce the video at this point right now, and we'll throw to it.
Okay, so the video that is going to be played, it is by Daily Armino. Shout out to him for making me one of the video models for his video. It's called Pretty Girls Run the World. Basically, it's just a message for all women, you know, no matter the size, you know, shape, you know, dark skin, light skin, white, whatever. We're all beautiful and we run the world. So that's pretty much the content behind the video.
All right. All right, so we about to throw to it. You can introduce it. You know how they do. They say this is such and such, and the name of the song is "Pretty Girls Run the World." Hit it. I'm gonna let you do that as we cue
All
it
right.
up.
All right, y'all. Get tuned. Daily Armino featuring the baddest, Tatted Barbie. Pretty Girls Run the World. I really hope you guys enjoy.
Suave on the track.
I'll do anything for you. You got anything for you, 'cause pretty girls run the world. 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 It's something about these pretty women. Can't tell her I love her. How I'm addicted, I'll do anything for her. She don't use that against me to let her know that I'm 100. I let her know that I got bitches, but I don't treat them all the same, baby. I don't do no kissing, so if I kiss you, you should really feel different. Long as my love stay the same, baby. You wasn't tripping, it made me wanna steal the world just to give it. She not the same, but I'm amazed by the difference. She know her worth and it's dangerous, I admit it. Yeah, she know what to do, she know exactly what she do it. She know she can have what she wants, she just don't do it. Yeah. She know these niggas just be talking, she not stupid. Not tryna play, she not with the excuses. Pretty girls run away, they get the world. This her to beat it in diamonds and pearls. I try to keep from falling head over heels. You can have me if I feel that it's real. I'm starting to feel it with a wonderful skate feeling, cause pretty girls run the world. 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 She know she can have her way. She just played the role how it's supposed to be played. When it real, she stay close like she don't wanna be away. Instantly told her that I want her, but it was only for the day. You don't waste time, you don't even like the way. Don't wanna see you cry, so I give you everything. As if I love you, I can't deny it. I can't even say, don't know if it's you or how you look that make me feel this way. I can't act fake, if you got me, then I got you. Talk about no money, but ain't turning down no offer. All she wanted love in a man, trying to prosper. Really don't need help, she can help her own problems. Baby chose to dance, but she could've been a model. Frank got her own business, but look like a movie star. Baby, let's keep it mutual. I don't want no hearts, bro. I don't wanna lose you. It's just something about those pretty girls. Pretty girls run the world. 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 Run the world. Run the world. Yeah.
Covered up, Daily. Huh? He the light man too. This the rapper and the light man. This motherfucker ain't slick. He wasn't never on that phone. This motherfucker was here the whole time.
All right, yo. So that was Pretty Girls Run the World. What was it like making that video, and what was that experience for your first time?
When I pulled up to the set, I was really nervous. But like I said, in the previous show, that I had to pretend like nobody was there but me. And so I had to just, pretend like the cameraman wasn't in front of me and he wasn't behind me rapping and singing. So, just I had to go in with a clear mind, like, girl, I'm just the only one out here just dancing by myself. So after I thought that, it became easier.
So as you're shooting, you're doing the scenes and stuff like that. When you see the playback, the video's done now. The first time you see the video for the first time, you see yourself on camera. What was your reaction and what's going through your mind?
I was happy, just seeing me and how I would look in a music video. It really made me proud that I was able to step outside my comfort zone to do that, because I never thought that I would be in a music video. So when I seen myself and how I looked and how it came out, I was very shocked, but I was happy at the same time because, I thought I looked amazing. I thought I did great. And, I just, thank him for the opportunity to let him, for me to be in it, So, yeah, I think I looked great.
That's dope. And the video just dropped not too long ago, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's been the reaction? What are your friends saying when they see you in the video? Like, girl, I seen you doing splits and all types of stuff. What type of responses are you getting from the video?
Like I said, my friends and family, they're supportive, which is, I'm happy about. Everybody seems to like the video, which I'm glad because, I didn't know how people would look at it, especially because it's my first video, I know that, some people might not like it and others might like it, but as far as my fan base, I had a good support system behind it. My friends and family, they loved it and they can't wait to see me more.
Right. And that's the thing right there. So the video's out, it's doing good. This is your first one. You're going to do more. How do you get in your zone? I heard you say you tune out everybody in there, right? But it takes a lot of confidence, right? I see you with the tattoos, I see you in the bathing suit and things like that. How do you get in your zone? And where does that confidence come to be comfortable in your own skin, if that makes sense?
Well, if anybody has, seen my pictures, obviously, they see that a lot of them are, close to nude. If not, I guess you can say that I'm very comfortable in my body and what my body looks like. So that's another reason why I can just go and do these things with the highest of confidence. I just have so much confidence in myself, because if not me, then who will, and I know that I have to go and, get it done. So I think just being a confident person and just having confidence in my body, my personality is what makes it, it makes it go easier than expected.
Right. And that's the thing. So going forward, what type of videos do you look to doing? Like what type of things would be on your checklist? If you had to do, I want to do this, I want to do this. What's some things that would be in your checklist that would you think push you to challenge yourself with your skill in modeling and videos?
I would love to try my genre of all music. I would love to be in a rap video. I would want to be in an R&B video. I would want to even be in a rock and roll video, just to try out how I would look in different genres of videos. You can never just have one. You got some people who say, oh, I only do rap and I only do, but I love all types of music. So, being a part of each different genre of music would never be a problem for me. Pretty much, I would just like to get myself out there and just do a little bit of everything, all types of music.
Right. And that's dope right there. So, okay, let me ask a question, right? Most people know you by CC. Others know you by the Tatted Barbie.
Mm.
Give me some similarities and some differences between CC and the Tatted Barbie.
Um, Gosh, this question threw me off. Honestly, um, I'll probably say CC's a little bit more angrier. Um, yeah, because when I have to tell people off, I have to tell them off.
Right.
Tatted Barbie's a little bit more professional because I only use that when I'm going to work.
Right.
As far as photography and stuff. Cece's an everyday character. Cece's an
Right.
everyday life. Cece's the person I am when I go to work, when I go to bed, when I go to my families, my friends. Tatted Barbie's on a whole different side of the tracks. That's going so where I'm being professional and
Right.
I have to be professional because I'm doing a photo shoot or I'm doing a music video or I'm doing whatever that contains me to be professional. So I think CC is more of a personal character and Tatted Barbie's a more professional one.
Right. Right. And that's a dope answer. I definitely respect that because when you're working, like you said, it's work. People see the photos. They say, "Oh, yo," they just see the glamour from it. They see the final
Mhm.
product. They see the final product. They see the finished videos. They don't see the work that goes behind it. How much work actually goes behind it when you're on these sets, when you're on the scenes, when you're shooting scenes, or when you're taking these photo shoots? How much work goes on behind the scenes that people may not know about?
Oh, it's a lot of work. You have to make sure the hair is right. You got to make sure the makeup is right, the lighting is right, the poses is right. I mean, it's just so much that you have to make sure it's right in order to capture the perfect video or the perfect photo shoot. It's so much behind it. You got to make sure that your faces is right to match the
Right.
poses that you're doing. It's a lot harder than what people think it is. People just go with this mindset like, oh, I can be a model, I can be a model, I can do this, I can do this, but it's very, 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 very hard. And that's why I said earlier, you have to be able to take criticism and you have to listen in order to make it. Because even when I'm thinking I can think that I'm on set looking bomb in a pose, but the photographer may not think so. And she's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to move your hand over here, move it close to here, or move your leg in. It's a lot. So, you know, that's why it's important to have the confidence in yourself first because and have listening skills because if not, you're the type of person that's going to take everything the wrong way and then get mad when they're trying to feed you the right way to do things. And so, yeah, it's just very hard. You just have to be able to be mindful, like, hey, these are the professionals, not you.
Right.
So they know what's best for the shoot. We don't. So I take as much advice as I can as possible from the photographers and the life and the coaches as well.
And that's dope right there. So if you had to do it in reverse, right? Let's
Hmm.
say you already accomplished everything you want to accomplish. You done checked everything off your list. If you had to describe the Tatted Barbie, or you giving us you acceptance speech, you got all the awards, you did everything that you want to do. What would that sound like? And what are some things that you would have on your list that you would look to accomplish down the road?
Um, well, the first part of my speech is, to thank God Himself.
Right.
Without Him, nothing is possible. Thank Him for the blessings that I've been able to do thus far. Um, and thank Him for the blessings that's going to occur down the line.
Right.
Um, Pretty much my checklist is, you know, letting the world know who Tatted Barbie is. I really don't have a specific checklist in order. Wherever my heart takes me, or wherever God takes me, I should say, is where I'm gonna be. And
Right.
so, yeah, just thank God for His blessings for me.
And that's the biggest thing right there. How important is your relationship with God? How do you stay
Um,
focused in the industry?
um, okay, so I don't really go to church, but I've always, believed, in God and stuff like that. And I do
Right.
believe that He, bless His people, with what He wants or what He feels like, we deserve. And so, I feel like everything that has happened to me thus far has been His blessing to me. I don't know if because like I'm a good person or, He sees me down here and He's like, make, you know, I'm gonna you know, make you jump out of that comfort zone that
Right.
you were afraid to jump out of all those years. But, he definitely played a big role in all of this, from Star to Ryan to Jerron and now going to Atlanta, that's definitely everything I owe to him. That's definitely his blessings for me
Right.
and to see where I can go.
Right. And that's the thing right there. So it's like he puts us in a position. He knows our
Mm-hmm.
heart. We have to do the work. So now it's like you step out there, these opportunities are coming, you're knocking them down. It's like you start doing the photo shoots. From there, you begin to other people start reaching out to you.
Mm-hmm.
To from there, now people saying they're knowing you for the photo shoots. Now you get invited to do a video, and so on and so on. As people begin to see you, more opportunities will arise. Let me ask you, with all the dangers that's in the industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a female. How do
Mm-hmm.
you avoid some of the pitfalls? And what advice would you have for women that may be watching?
We have as us as women, we have very strong instincts. I guess you would call it ladies' intuition. So if we ever feel uncomfortable, because I know when I feel uncomfortable with something right away, I automatically know. Like I automatically know, like this person is not good, or the setting is off, the vibe is off. Us as women know.
Right.
So my advice to women is if your first feeling is uncertain, go with that one. Don't ignore, the red flags just because you want your face in the light. It's never that serious. Please don't jeopardize your life because you want to be seen. Um, it's patience. It's definitely patience. I know that I want to make it. I know that other women want to make it, but it's not worth our life, because there's so
Right.
many women, going missing and, they're getting killed. And it's just so much, horrific things that are going on. Just listen to your instincts, ladies. Don't ignore the red flags. If you feel like this person has bad energy, or if you're looking at someone's page and they're just filled with bad energy, don't play Stevie Wonder and and ignore it. I'm like you don't
Right.
see it. Always listen to your first instincts.
Okay. And that's the thing. We're chasing a dream and having a passion. Right? We're going to come to adversities. There's going to be things that try to block us. There's going to be things that try to set us back. There's going to be things that try to stop us from getting to where we're going. So, since your career started, have you faced any adversities? And if you have, how did you get through those times?
Honestly, no. Like I said, the people that I've worked with, all three of them have been amazing. Star and Hector, Ryan, Jerron, they've all been amazing. They've always made me feel comfortable, and they've been really good to me. So I'm blessed with that.
Right,
So far, no, I haven't.
right.
Hopefully, I don't in the future with different people. But so far, I've had an amazing process through my modeling career.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the important of having good connections and the right people around you.
Hmm.
So you see the benefits of having the right people. Things are working out. They're guiding you from the things they know. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that. You'll do
Hmm.
this, to help you because they already been there. So that goes
Yeah.
back to, like you said earlier, the importance of listening to people that
Hmm.
already done it so that you can avoid a lot of those pitfalls. So what
Hmm.
can the people expect for the rest of this year and in the future from Tatted Barbie?
Just be on the lookout. I'm gonna continue doing photo shoots. Hopefully, I continue to do video shoots. I was offered a role in a movie a few days ago by one of Dayton's greatest movie producers. So hopefully I jump into that. But 2023 is the year for Tatted Barbie to shine, for me to let myself be known, and for me to just be great. And this is not the last time that you guys are going to hear from me or see from me. I'm only going to get bigger and better.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So down the road, as things begin to unfold and you begin to keep climbing and going higher and higher, is it a possibility that you'll come back on the show and give us an update and let us know what's going on with you?
Oh, of course, I have to. I have to let all, my friends, my family, my fans know that life's been good, and I can guarantee that down the road I'm gonna have some more news to tell you guys. So no, this is not the end for Tatted Barbie. This is not the last time you'll be seeing me.
Yeah, and that's dope right there. And again, I want to thank you for coming up here. It's definitely dope to have you on the platform, especially to see somebody making moves and they're doing their dream and they're living life out loud. And that's the most important thing about it. You're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, and you're doing the desires of your heart. So again, right? We appreciate you for coming up here. If you had to rate this experience, what was it like? Was the interview, if you had to rate what this was like, how was it for you?
I would give it a 10.
You would give it. Yeah, that's dope right there. That's dope. And we definitely appreciate you. You got any last words or any shout outs you would like to give? We will let you do that at this point.
Shout out to my father for sticking beside me. Shout out to my friends. Serenity. Shout out to Marcia, my coworker, for watching. I've seen her comment a few times. Shout out to Star and Hector once again. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Jerron for their amazing work with their photo shoots. Just shout out to the people that love me, and want me to succeed. Shout out to you guys. I love y'all, and thank y'all for having my back.
And that's dope right there. So people can reach you at tatted_Barbie1. That's on Instagram. If you would like to, at this point, you can tell them the other places they can find your work. If they would like to contact you for bookings, if they want to book a shoot with you, or they would like to get you in a video, or they may have a clothing company and would like to be a brand ambassador. So what's the best way for these people to reach out to you?
You pretty much already gave it. If anyone wants to do business, wants to work with me, please reach out to me at my Instagram at tatted_Barbie1. DM me, just let me know what type of work you're trying to do. I'm very reasonable. I'm open-minded. Just hit me up. You can follow me on Facebook at Tatted Barbie. You'll see some of my work on there too, but pretty much Instagram. So just DM me on Instagram at tatted_Barbie1.
Okay. And that's dope right there. So again, we appreciate you on this Saturday for coming through, chopping it up with us. It was definitely an honor and a pleasure because I know you're going to do big things, and I look forward to seeing your updates as they come. Again, this is Tatted Barbie. She's representing Dayton, Ohio. Y'all better tap in now before it's too late because she's only going up from here. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching the show, whether you watch the live or if you watch us on the playback. We definitely appreciate that. Make sure to share, like, comment, and support Tatted Barbie on all social media platforms. Be sure to tap in with her. Again, we thank y'all. We're going to sign off. I'm going to let her close us out with any, she can sign off any way she want. We thank y'all again. This is The Proof. I go by the name of Sion 919. And at this point, we turning it over to Tatted Barbie, y'all. Salute.
Thank y'all for watching me, and thank you for having me. Like I said, all my fans, followers, come follow me at tatted_Barbie1. I look forward to working with new artists, new photographers. I'm an open book. So please come, welcome me in. I'm very open to doing a lot of things. So let's make the dreams happen.
And that's a fact right there. Again, salute to you. Salute to everybody watching. This was The Proof. Tatted Barbie in the building. And again, we thank everybody for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Enjoy y'all Saturday. We love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting. And everybody be safe. All right.